Guys, it's 1:49. Very excited. We have an amazing special planned for next week with 150. This has been in development for so long. I don't even know how we're going to top it.
It's called... I don't know. I don't want to do what we normally do.
We don't want to spoil it.
Like
we don't want to spoil it for the audience.
Yeah. The special for 150 is we finally showed the special for 140.
Yeah.
The one that is completely hidden from our channel, and it randomly jumps from 139 to 141.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Although
we'll
I
never
think that...
know.
Who's to say?
We'll never know because none of the footage saved. And the footage that did save was unsalvageable. But big week and the end of the Kill Ourselves arc. Very, very important coming up.
That's true.
Wicked for Good. Was it good? We don't know.
I think
we'll find out.
Know. We watched it.
And
who's we?
I didn't watch it.
Nicola, what have you seen this week that you will talk about?
I've seen Iron Claw and F1 the movie.
Great.
Cool.
Very excited. This is the first time in 2 weeks that you've had something to talk about?
This is twice as much as he's watched in like the past year.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been busy.
With what?
That can't be right.
I'm an engineer. Sorry, Film Winter. I have actual homework and projects to do.
And you're also a film minor, bro. You have to keep looking on this stuff. It's crazy, bro. I don't even know how you're passing your film classes if you're not caught up like this.
I'm not in
I can't wait till either of you get a job and then suddenly you can't do anything.
I already have a job. And it's making me a crit 50 cents a day.
Yeah, I have a job. It's called going to school and having my parents pay me.
Yeah.
That's great.
But guys,
they pay you to be at school. It's not even they pay for your tuition. They pay you to go to school.
No, it's all of that. They pay for my tuition. They pay for my food. They pay for my expenses. They pay for anything I want.
Okay, but guys,
you're forgetting that I'm richer.
Podcast is going to lead to big money. Don't worry, it's coming.
Right,
guys. This isn't a.
Speaking
podcast.
Of big money,
production channel.
What's big money?
Speaking of big money. It's 83 degrees in Sydney, Australia.
Why did Nicola's camera just die?
Nicola's camera's gone.
Sorry, I died. It's back.
Damn.
Anyway,
back in the
big money. It's 83 degrees. 83 degrees in Sydney, Australia. That's right. It's time for the Uri Pow Pow.
It's 33 degrees and it's gonna rain.
It's 52.
It's 68 degrees and even better than that. Beck already knows the humidity, so we can't guess. So, Aiden, what's your guess for the humidity?
It's 68. I'm gonna guess 73.
No, you should have used Beck's theory, which was just looking at my hair and looking how wet it looks. It's 90%.
That's insane for how cold it is.
What's the feels like temperature? Let me pull up the feels like temperature.
It is actually so funny because Nicola's audio is like always delayed. So like even when I'm like hearing it now, it's delayed. So in post, I have to change it to make it like actually like a line.
We need to actually use a clapper board.
His audio is perfectly fine for me. This is a you problem.
Yeah, sorry guys. The college internet is not it.
Okay, anyway,
I just didn't even hear that.
It's time for the Uri.
Yeah,
it's for the Uri Pow Pow. Who's ready for Uri's Pow Pow?
I can talk about some of this stuff. Hit the graphic.
All right. First thing he watched. We're gonna go movies first, then we'll go shows. First thing we have on the docket is If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. He says 3 stars and a like. A little too A24-y for my liking, but I genuinely enjoyed this movie. I generally like plotless movies, and this worked for me for the most part. It was also incredibly anxiety-inducing. it was also really interesting seeing Conan in a serious role, and Rose Byrne was incredibly. She was incredibly. So that's good.
I can't believe Uri gives actual reviews. Nah, it's that one-liner jokes that Letterboxd for.
He gives actual reviews. I can't wait till you see his Whiplash review.
I commented on it. Okay,
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm seeing it now. This looks very funny. Okay, next, Wicked for Good, which we'll talk about more in depth later. 2.5 stars. No like. He says, I was hoping for this to be good, pun intended, but ultimately very disappointing. Other than 1 or 2 songs that are good, the whole thing manages to drag, but also rush in key moments. The characters are also very inconsistent, and the movie suffers from being forced into the Dorothy timeline. Dorothy is just so shoehorned in this. I agree on him on everything, but we'll get back to that.
I also do, yeah.
Next. Rewatches Whiplash, gives it 4 stars. This is lower than me, and
Let me just say the DVD is in the mail.
Okay.
The DVD is in the mail to Australia.
Here's his review. This is scary. A scenario for my friend Beck, who loves Whiplash, as dictated by Aiden. As dictated by me, I guess.
Yes, you have to read it out.
Beck meets... I am. Beck meets a girl in the library and things are going very well. They start dating in a couple of weeks. Love is in the air and romance tingles. Eventually, he meets her dad, who has PTSD and is a war veteran. At dinner, he says to Beck, so what kind of loser are you? Dad, his daughter declares, that's my boyfriend. Her dad pipes back and says, you should have stayed with John. He was awesome. She exclaims, John cheated on me. The dad roars back, he what? The dad starts walking and yells, Beck, you're coming with me. It's now midnight, and the dad has driven him and Beck in front of a house. There's silence in the vehicle until the dad whispers, we don't let people hurt her. Beck is worried now. He's afraid about what is going to happen. He gets out of the car and yells at Beck to come with him. Beck follows. The dad rings the doorbell. No response. He rings again. No response. He starts walking to the side. Follow me, he tells Beck. They arrive at the side of the house, where they see a man sleeping in a bed. Before anything else can happen, the dad grabs a stick from the ground, licking it, and whispers, I love you. Then smashes all the windows, horrifying Beck. The man, asleep, wakes instantly, and the dad enters the room. He starts pummeling the man instantly, who begs for mercy. John sees glimpses of the man. It's familiar. It gets closer look. Who was it? He realizes it's J.K. Simmons.
Guys, that is a new lore drop. Emily Biblioteca's dad is J.K. Simmons.
Is J.K. Simmons.
Confirmed by Uri Ponte.
All of this, I don't get it. What does this have to do with Whiplash?
Can confirm all of this happened to the same detail.
I like how this review makes no sense. It's a scenario for my friend Beck, who loves Whiplash, as dictated by me. And then it's the whole thing. Like, this relies on a lot of elements here.
And the only connection is J.K. Simmons. I don't know where you got the war veteran with PTSD part. But I will say,
what does this have to do with J.K. Simmons?
It's really good. Next, he watched Shawshank Redemption again. 4.5 stars. Says still the greatest movie of all time.
Which is crazy.
It's a good movie.
Does the 4.5 stars.
Yeah,
I don't get why Uri does that.
Sorry,
he watched this. He watched this short film that I'm pretty sure his friend made. Because his review was "Good job, Casey." So I assume that his friend made it or something.
Name is Casey.
No, because it says right here it says right here.
This does
director Casey McGlynn.
Let me see if Uri's in the crew.
He's not.
Damn.
I actually didn't check the crew. I only checked it. I don't think he's in this at all.
Damn.
No.
Guys, there's 32 reviews and they're all 5 stars. This is not biased.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so that he watched that. That's cool. go check out I Hate My Roommate.
The
by
Green Mile.
Casey McLynn.
Why
he rewatches Green. No, he watches it for the first time. 4.5 stars and a heart. Says this along with Shawshank Redemption and Misery go for the best Stephen King adaptations. Sorry, Life of Chucksters.
I completely forgot Life of Chuck with a Stephen King adaptation. He's been cooking this year in terms of adaptations by not doing anything and just making good books like 30 years ago. But yeah, I did not know Green Mile was a Stephen King book.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Well,
that's what Uri TV shows has been watching.
Well,
on the other stuff that he wants to talk about, he said, "Welcome to Derry. Very good show.
I don't
maybe
so.
Show of the year. Toss up between that and Pluribus."
Speaking of Pluribus,
I literally could not make it through the first 30 minutes of it. Welcome to Derry. It just was not good.
Okay, but Nicola, did you catch up on Pluribus?
Yeah, roughly. We're on episode 4, right?
Yeah. So did you watch episode 4?
Probably.
Okay. Very vague. I feel like you'd remember that, but okay. Pluribus, episode 4.
This is about the guy who's isolating himself. He's doing the opposite of Carol.
Yeah, that's just the intro.
But then Carol is trying to figure out what she knows about the hive mind, and she writes it all down.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, it can't lie to me." So she goes to the person. She's like, "Is there a cure?" And then the person doesn't respond. And she's like, "That wasn't a no, which means it must be a yes." So then she puts truth serum in her. And she's like,
no, it's not truth serum. She just fucking hits her with black tar heroin. Is just like, tell me what's happening.
Well, it works like truth serum in this world.
Yeah.
And she low-key does start telling her, and then has a fucking seizure and dies as all the other hive mind surrounds them. But she wasn't saying the same stuff as the hive mind, and she wasn't acting like the hive mind, which implies that maybe she broke out.
So the way to solve it is get the entire world a bunch of black tar heroin and all snort it at the same time.
Yeah.
Cool. You also forgot about my favorite scene of the episode, where she's trying to figure out, can these hive mind people lie? Trying to figure them more. So she pulls him aside, okay, have you read my books? Have you read my pirate smut? And he's like, you know what? I love it. I love the character arcs. He's like, so what character arc? She's like, well, on page 2, there was this really good description. So all this is well, what will you compare it to William Shakespeare? It's like, it's about on par with Romeo and Juliet. And she's like, the fuck are you talking about, bro? But I just really like how they're doing some of the author stuff with her, because she's doing this pirate books, and then she's like, I'm gonna get this really serious novel. But the hive mind took over her wife. So she asked, well, what did my wife think of it? Just the hive mind's like, don't ask. It's only read 170 pages of the 400, and she's like, damn, this is fucked. So,
I really like this description of this.
Yeah.
Of this joke that I'm not really fully understanding because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I'm just saying that I like this show is very high concept with the whole hive mind stuff, but I was just very invested in the actual character plot of this author trying to see if her books are actually good or not. But yeah, I think Pluribus is definitely up there in my shows of the year.
I think it's so far the best show I've watched this year.
Yeah. I would need to pull up the list for when we do the 2025 ranking, but I'm pretty sure this would go in S tier. All right. Well, singles, Aiden Shoemaker.
All right. Well, yeah, because Nicola doesn't have anything.
I have
watch
2
anything.
singles.
No, this guy doesn't have anything.
Let's see. What do I have? I have quite a decent amount of stuff here. So let's start. I watched This Is the End because I realized that my Paul Rudd obsession was being taken over by Baby Franco, so I needed to watch a movie that Paul Rudd showed up in, and this one has James Franco, so it's close enough. This movie's kind of like Hazbin Hotel if you think about it, because it's about people in hell getting redeemed and getting sent to heaven. It's an entertaining movie. I always love a movie where the actors play themselves.
So it's like literally like Seth Rogen playing Seth Rogen.
Yeah,
I like
every character. No, there's not a single character in this movie. They are all the actual the actual actors.
This is a documentary. Didn't you know that?
Yeah,
it's happened.
It's back for it's the rapture happens and none of the actors get taken to heaven.
So they just
live on hell for a while until they need to get raptured. Yeah.
All right.
So that movie was good, but on the Paul Rudd ranking, I put it at 7 out of 10 because he only shows up for a couple seconds, but he comes in fashionably late, carrying a big old bottle of wine or champagne or whatever, and then steps on a woman's head and kills her. And so it's perfect. It's pretty good. I wish he was in it more. Also, they kind of fucked up because he definitely should have gotten raptured. I don't know why he was still in hell. Whatever. And then I watched South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncut, the movie. This one's also kind of like Hazbin Hotel if you think about it.
This is not like Hazbin Hotel at all.
No, it is. It has hell and singing, and there's a lot of curse words. This is the movie with the most curse words. Do you know that, Beck?
Yeah, no, they hit right under the NC-17 rating.
Yeah. So I watched that. That one was really good. And then I was like, you know what other Matt and Trey movies are there? And so I watched Team America: World Police. And that one's not that good. It's actually really boring, not very funny, and really racist. But you look at it and you're like, how the fuck did they make this movie? Because everything is so intricate because it's all done with like marionette puppets. So that's what's really good about this movie is that it is insane.
Let me get this clear. There was a movie made by the people that made South Park and it was racist.
No, South Park isn't. Okay, but Beck, there's a difference between South Park racism that's like it's not poking fun at, where this one is definitely like supposed to be mean. There's a difference.
Well, I do own it on DVD, so I want to watch it soon. Probably over.
You haven't seen it?
No, I want to see it.
It's good. It's an enjoyable movie. You're gonna like it for sure. But like, I don't know.
I am very excited for the other movie they're doing with Kendrick Lamar. I feel like that is a crazy combination. I want to see what they do.
Okay. I watched Running Man, the new one. I liked it. I know Beck briefly spoke on it last week. Does not feel like an Edgar Wright film at all. And I feel like the back half of the movie, like on the plane, gets kind of sloppy. But overall, very enjoyable movie.
Yeah, I thought it was like a very, very well made action movie.
It was very good.
What did you think of the ending?
Like what about it?
Like, because it changed from the book. Like
what's the difference in the book?
In the book, he flies the plane into the tower and kills himself.
Right, you said that, right?
Yeah, and they couldn't.
I like that
9/11.
I don't know. I like that he lived and became like an Mr. Uprising. Like he became part of the movement. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, this one's like actually important to talk about. New Yorgos Lanthimos movie, Begonia, with Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons and Aiden Delbus.
Now, what
did you plan on? Did you want?
I did plan on watching this, so can you just give like general thoughts? I want to wait till it comes to streaming or like at least video on demand.
Yeah, it's really entertaining. It's very good. Definitely has the Yorgos what the fuck moment like at the end. I really liked it. It is just it's a very funny concept. The concept is Jesse Plemons believes in aliens and just kidnaps Emma Stone because he thinks she's an alien. And then that's the movie. It's very good. It definitely has that like it's very similar to like Kinds of Kindness where it's just the awkward humor, very anxious the entire time, but it's a very entertaining movie and definitely good. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are my singles.
How would you put it in turn have you seen Poor Things?
No.
Okay, would you put it like above or below Kinds of Kindness?
They'd sit next to each other, I think.
Cool.
Maybe. I feel like Kinds of Kindness, like the idea of it wore off on me, so I think it's less good, but I still think it's good.
Okay. Then Nicola, do your singles.
All right, I'll start with the easy one first. F1 the movie. Rewatched it with my floor mates.
Is it because it finally went on Apple TV?
Maybe, I have no clue. I think it went on Apple TV a while ago. They just wanted to watch it because they've never watched it before. They watched it. It was movie night because we do somewhat movie nights, and this time I actually went to it. Yeah, it's a good movie. I like it. Not the best movie ever. It's pretty good. It's fun to watch, and I enjoyed watching it. Now, the actual movie I like to talk about, The Iron Claw. Have either of you guys seen or heard about this movie?
I know Uri talked about it when it came out.
I don't know.
It's Zac Efron is a boxer.
Basically,
it's Zac Efron.
Yeah, it's Zac Efron. He's the main character. And there's also Jeremy Allen White. You know, the bear. He's there. So basically, I said it in my review. This movie is the movie of doom and despair. I read some of the reviews, and apparently they made the movie less sad because to make it more believable. Apparently, the real life story is even sadder.
Oh, good.
So basically, it follows this family of wrestlers, and the family is Kevin, Carrie, David, and Mike.
And none of them do any of them live? Do any of them survive?
I'm gonna hold off. Van Herrick, and then they have a dad, who's Fritz von Herrick, a mom named Doris, and then Kevin has his wife Pam, and then there's
are any of these characters important?
Yes.
Are any of them alive at the end of the story?
The entire thing is about the family. So the movie starts with like a black and white opening scene. It's of the dad winning a wrestling match with his iron claw. It's out to it with his wife, and he like has his two boys in the backseat of his car. And he's like, I just bought this new car because we're gonna make it big, and we're never gonna be poor again because we're gonna work our asses off. And it's like saying like basically his ideology, which is like wrestling and working our fucking asses off. Like as hard as you can is what's going to make us succeed in life. And then it cuts to the present day where it's Kevin wakes up and then he's across from Carrie, and it's like they're all brothers now. They're all grown up. Kevin is a wrestler. He's currently he was like at the beginning of the movie, he was the like Texas champion and trying to get like national champion. That was like his goal. Carrie was an Olympian or was training to be an Olympian. Mike was like starting his wrestling career, and David was like the youngest and like skinniest of the bunch, so he was like still like figuring out what he wanted to do. And like they also have this whole thing of like in the intro scene, which was basically that there's like a curse that like people said that the Von Erichs were cursed because the Von Erich is the dad's grandma's side, and there's the dad's mom's side is Kevin's grandma, and like everybody in her family died of tragedy. So they're like, oh, we're cursed when the dad changed his last name to that. Maybe he was right, because basically what happens is during Kevin's like match against the like world championship, he takes a hit and he like can't get back up. So then his dad swaps him out for Mike.
Can you do that? Can you just swap people out mid-match?
Basically, because it wasn't like no, it means like after the match was over, he just swapped to basically have Mike do it like the next time they faced each other, because it wasn't for a belt. It wasn't the match for the belt. It was like a challenger match, just to be like if he's eligible to even fight him for the belt. Because it's like if he won there, then like he's an actual contender. Anyway, it's like wrestling, bro. The wrestling rules are so weird because it's kind of real, kind of not. It's kind of staged, kind of not. Anyway. Carrie gets fucked up because the Soviet Union was holding the Olympics, and America decided not to go to those Olympics. So then he got kind of screwed over because then he couldn't do the Olympics. Mike then on his world tour, he goes to Japan. He dies in his hotel room with internal bleeding. He ruptured an intention and dies in his hotel room. So then everybody's depressed, and then they said,
"Wait, like from the fight, or just like randomly?"
Just randomly, basically. Probably from fighting, but like kind of randomly. So then it's now Carrie's turn to like fight for the world-class belt. He wins the belt, and after he wins the belt, it's like late at night. He's been drinking. He's like, I'm gonna ride my motorcycle. It then cuts to the next day, to like later. He lost his foot in a motorcycle accident, so he was not good. David the whole time was being pressured because like he's the skinny one. He's like not happy. He wanted to do music. His dad was like, music is a dying thing. Sport is the future. You should be playing sports. And then they've kind of forced him into wrestling. He didn't like wrestling, so he kills himself. Oh no, sorry. He tries to kill himself. He ends up going into a coma, and then when he finally recovers, he's kind of like mentally retarded. I don't know how else to say it. So then he actually does kill himself, and then I think Carrie actually kills himself. And then basically the movie ends with Kevin is with his wife. He chooses over wrestling and over his dad and all that stuff. He chooses his wife and his kids. And he's kind of cuts to him crying. And he's like, and his kids are like, why is he crying? He's like, sorry, I don't want, I'm the man of the house. I'm not supposed to be crying, but I'm sad right now because I used to be a brother and now I'm not. And that's like the big takeaway. And that's basically how the movie ends. So yeah, movie of doom and despair. Everyone fucking dies, but
Wow. So what's different in real life than the movie?
I don't know. I didn't know.
I just
know apparently it's sadder in real life, according to some reviews. But I don't know. I didn't do research. It's a great movie though. I really liked it. It was actually a really good movie to watch. I recommend.
Nice. This guy recommends
when your family curse is just the mere existence of your father.
It sounds like you.
All right, my singles time, because I got some banger singles, guys.
You have
the feel bad movie of the year.
So first, I was hanging out with my friend. And we were like, what movie can we put on in the background while we're doing other stuff? Twilight.
Why? Is your friend gay or a woman?
No, but
bisexual.
Okay.
So
bisexual man or woman?
Bisexual man.
Okay, so
Okay.
Beck, so this was your choosing. This was not
my choosing
their
of Twilight.
decision.
Yes.
Okay.
So Beck is gay established.
So,
Yeah. Yes.
no. So
You were the one that
Twilight.
put Twilight on, Beck.
So Twilight, first thing, I've tried watching Twilight before, but I had to stop because the color grading was so bad it hurt to watch. So that's why
Beck, it's 2008. That's what 2008 looked like. You just don't remember because you were
you
two.
were one.
So that's why I was like, okay, I'll watch this while I'm doing something else. And this movie is so painful, the dialogue between these two people.
Yeah. Obviously, Beck. You're watching Twilight. What did you expect from this movie?
I don't know how they made 4 more movies of this.
Beck, it's because they made 4 books, and people liked those books. So then they made the movies.
Why
and then
did they like the books?
The movie. Because they're gay. We just covered that. We just went over that.
Okay, well,
I
hated the movie, so that proves that I'm not gay.
That's not necessarily
true. That is true.
You did choose to put
Next point. I watched Wicked 1, which is technically a single because no one else watched Wicked 1 this week.
I also watched Wicked 1 this week. I forgot to
Why didn't you log it?
I don't know if I... Oh, no, I did finish the movie. That's because I didn't know if I would finish the movie. It's because I've been watching it over the course of like 4 weeks in like 10-minute intervals.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, because I have to mention this because we never closed Uri Pow Pow. I can still add in the fact that he also watched All's Fair, the show where Kim Kardashian is a lawyer. So that's the end of the Uri's Pow Pow. I just wanted to mention that.
Great.
He just put that in the channel just now, so I just wanted to mention that. Thanks, everyone.
Okay. Wicked 1. This was I rewatched it this time, and I really felt the like 2.5 hour runtime when I knew everything that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I was kind of just waiting for them to get to the ending. So I knocked it down a bit from when I first saw it. Nicola, was this your first or your second time seeing it?
This is my first ever time seeing it.
What did you think of it?
It was all right. I didn't really care for it.
Yeah, because you're
it's not my type.
You don't
of
like musicals.
Yeah, except for La La Land. That shit's peak. That's actually good music. That's like actual music I'd want to listen to because it's jazz.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's Wicked, and then what I just finished 30 minutes before the podcast, Playdate.
For good.
No.
Yeah, I see that, Beck. Now, I don't want you to go too in-depth into this one because I did want to watch this movie.
I just want to say that Amazon Prime Video is amazing at getting the slop action movies on their platform. They are cooking with pumping these out week after week. They're not good. There's a lot of them.
But they're pumping them out.
Yes.
They're pumping them out.
They're pumping them out a lot. And this one has Paul Blart and the guy from Reacher.
No, Beck.
Am I wrong?
I don't think... Is Kevin James Paul Blart? I don't think he is. Oh, he is. Never mind.
Damn.
That's Paul Blart, bro. I forgot that he's Paul Blart.
So, the movie is bad and stupid, and Aiden, I want you to watch it so you know how insane and stupid this movie is. They will literally introduce random characters that will have 2 lines and are supposed to be presented as the antagonistic force. So, bad movie. I do want to make a ranking at the end of the year of all the Prime Video action movies that I watched this year because I feel like it'll be very interesting.
We'll have that list. We'll have that.
Yeah. I do feel like, what was that one that you guys said was like really, really terrible? The action movie?
Whatever.
That was like your worst of the year?
Jackpot?
Yeah, was that on Prime
Jackpot?
Video?
It was like, was it like
that was
Rampage
Netflix.
or whatever?
Oh, that was Netflix? Oh.
That was Netflix, yeah.
Rampage?
Well, was that
Rampage
not
is
the
not. It was Havoc.
Havoc, that's what it is.
Havoc,
War of
yeah.
the Worlds
Yeah.
War
That
of
was
the Worlds
Netflix, though.
was Prime Video.
Yeah,
Yes, it
Prime
was.
Video.
So that's
That
definitely
was
going
best
on the
movie of
list.
the year so far. That was
Yeah.
definitely the best movie of the year.
But
You're Cordially Invited was also Prime, but it's not an action movie, but it still is bad.
Yeah.
Thus Spoke Kashibe Rohan at a Confessional is also Prime Video. That one's
on
not a
Prime
comedy,
Video.
but it also
I don't
is
think
bad.
that's made by Prime Video.
Yeah, but it's the only place that you can watch it.
Cool. I
Yeah.
do believe that's all for my singles. So, is it time for the Kill Yourself arc?
I think so, and I think this might lead us into the end of the episode. So
Really?
Yeah, we end the episode.
We have a lot of other stuff.
We have two. I know two other things. What else you got?
Two other things.
okay, great. Let's start with putting the graphic on the screen, of course.
Put the graphic.
Hit the graphic.
What's first?
Anyway, so we're gonna start off with Wicked for Good.
Now this is there's a range. Uri gave it 2.5, you gave it 6, and I gave it 3.5. And that was a terrible way of describing the scores.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. You really did.
6 to 3.5.
Yeah, so no, Uri gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, and then Beck gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars.
Yes.
But we can all agree that this movie was not good.
Yes. My point was that it went in like such a weird direction. I did not know what the fuck was gonna happen.
Have you guys watched?
Because like it was just like all this random shit happening, kind of just immediately back to back to back, and I'm like, what are they doing? But I was like so engaged.
My question would be
how the fuck are they gonna wrap this up?
Yeah, because my question would be is how, because apparently part 1 did follow the first half of the Broadway play pretty closely. It added some extra scenes. So my question is how much did part 2 did?
Part 2 was,
I don't know. No.
From what I've heard, pretty similar.
Okay. So it just like always has been like that.
Yeah. Beck, I don't know why you said you were engaged. I thought I thought it was boring as fuck.
Well, it was mostly because I watched it with my friends and we kept laughing about how stupid it was. So
yeah, I was also with my friend. I was with my friend too, and we just kept turning to each other and just like ending the sentences that the characters were saying with green. Green is the funniest fucking thing that you can talk about in this movie. It's great. I love green.
But yeah, I had a good time in the theater. The people in front of us hated us because we were talking.
Yeah, I went at 10 o'clock and no one was in the theater.
Dude, I should show this. I don't know. It's definitely because I go to a school that has this very big theater department. But this was Wicked for Good at 7 p.m. I've never seen a theater this packed. I don't think ever I've seen this packed.
That's a lot of people in a theater.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a theater that packed since Endgame came out.
Yeah, I was literally gonna say that. Yeah.
No one goes to movies anymore.
This is Endgame too.
Yeah. I do. They're supposed to have a Doomsday trailer before Avatar, right? I remember hearing that.
Maybe.
But yeah. So, Aiden, do you want to break down what happens in Wicked Part 2?
Okay, so yeah, so here's what happens in Wicked Part 2. So the movie, Elphaba lives in the woods, and Glinda lives in the castle.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the whole movie.
Okay, but what about the random bullshit they do to tie into the Wizard of Oz?
Right. So halfway through the movie, they kind of realize, oh fuck, we have to tie it back into the Wizard of Oz. Shit.
So we have 5 characters. What if we just make them the 5 characters that were in Wizard of Oz?
Yeah. So they very quickly have to put everyone back in their place for the start of Wizard of Oz, which takes place about halfway through this movie. So what they have to do is they have to get Bach to die
Bach is the scarecrow, right?
No, hold on. I forgot about this part. So Elphaba's sister becomes Hitler. She just is Hitler.
Alphabet becomes Hitler. No, Alphabet's sister.
No. Her sister.
Her sister is Hitler.
Becomes Hitler because SpongeBob breaks up with her. So she makes it to where Munchkins can't leave Munchkin Land.
Yeah.
She just becomes Hitler. So Bach is like, "Ayo, what the fuck? That sucks." And then Elphaba comes back in. She's like, "I need your help, my sister, because you're the governor, apparently." And the Bach comes back in. He's like, "Hey, it's me, Bach. What's up?" And then the sister starts reading from the grimoire or whatever. And then his heart dies. It just explodes. And then
But he was the Tin Man.
And then Elphaba makes it to where he's the Tin Man, so he lives. I will say one piece of this writing was like, "I've lost my heart to Galinda." That was pretty good. I liked that part.
So
yeah, do you guys know
the funniest part
is become the
I didn't remember.
Oh, I did. I knew.
But my favorite part was during both movies. So Bach is really trying to get with Glinda. So he asks out Elphaba's sister to try to be nice and ask Glinda out. And then Glinda is dancing with someone else, and then it's like, damn, I guess I'll be with Elphaba's sister. But he still holds feelings for Glinda. So after Elphaba's sister becomes Hitler, is like, you know what? I need to go profess my love to Glinda.
I'm Hitler's right hand.
Now at this point, even though I don't know if she's dating anyone, so he tries to leave, can't leave. Then he goes back and he sees the newspaper, seeing Glinda is getting married, and he's like, okay, now I really need to go back to interrupt the wedding to get with Glinda. It's actually fucking insane. This guy is so down bad.
Yeah, so
him, bro. Just follow her home.
Then he gets turned into the Tin Man, and he looks like a Fortnite character.
Yeah,
so that's pretty cool. And then a bunch of nothing happens. I think all the animals start to leave, and then Elphaba's like, "No, Baloo, don't leave." And then the Cowardly Lion shows up, and he's
like,
fucking,
slavery is good, guys. They freed me from slavery, so they're bad.
No, but you forget that the lion is voiced by Coleman Domingo.
Whoa. For the 4 lines? Damn.
For the 4 lines he gets in the whole movie. He's voiced by Coleman Domingo. So he's that. So he did that. And then Elphaba goes to the wizard, and she's like, "Wizard, we gotta make an agreement." He's like, "All right. This is when the first good song of the movie plays is the Jeff Goldblum song. This was the only song in the movie that I actually liked, so that was good. So Jeff Goldblum is like, "Yeah, we'll free the monkeys, and I'll be the good guy, and you'll be the good guy. We'll shake up."
So I just want to say, I remember seeing in all of the trailers how they kept showing a scene where it was Glinda, Elphaba, and the wizard all dancing in neon lights in a big ass room. And I'm like, in what context is this happening? So I'm like, I was like very intrigued in how the fuck. I originally thought it was gonna be a fucking dream sequence or something. But no.
Nope, they just walk into a room and start dancing with each other. Anyway, the wizard's like, yeah, we chill.
We chill.
Turns out it's not chill. He's actually enslaving the animals.
He's second Hitler.
Yeah, so he's second. So Elphaba frees all the animals. And then Furio comes in and he's like, I'm actually gonna go with Elphaba and not marry Galinda. And so Galinda gets sad, and Furio and Elphaba go have green sex, and then a house gets dropped on the sister by Madame Marble, and she's dead. And I laughed so hard. In the theater,
I knew she was gonna die because of the shoes. I was so hoping that like when Elphaba casts a spell to lift her up, she's like, "Oh my god, I'm flying!" And the house immediately just fucking crushes her. I wanted that to happen so badly. I would have burst out.
Anyway, so she gets crushed by a house, and then Dorothy is there. So Glinda shows up, gives her the shoes to make the plot move forward. And then Elphaba shows up, mourns her sister a little bit. Then they kind of like bitch slap each other a little bit.
They fist fight.
Until Furio shows up and he's like, whoa.
We got
Let's
guns
settle down here.
I'm pointing a gun at you.
Yeah. Until the guards come and take him and crucify him.
They beat him to death and they crucify him.
They beat him to death and crucify him. So Elphaba turns him into the Scarecrow off screen. Or, well, she's on screen, but he's off screen. And unfortunately, instead of doing anything interesting with this, remember when Bach turned into the Tin Man? So they're not going to be in the movie anymore. Bach gets like a minute more of screen time.
2 seconds to death stare Glinda, which I thought was cool.
During a song. So that's good. So Bach basically gets written out of the story, and this is the part where Furio gets written out of the story. So now we don't have any characters, because also Galinda and Elphaba don't interact this whole time in the movie. It's just them by themselves, singing to themselves about how sad their life is. So then Galinda goes to the castle that exists because Furio said it existed.
Yeah.
And Dorothy goes there to kill the witch because Jeff Goldblum said so. And I don't know how Jeff Goldblum knew that she was at the castle, because no one else knew that. And then she has the monkeys. She has the monkeys, and then she traps Dorothy in a basement, and then they sing a song, and then Glinda and Elphaba sing a song, and then she pretends to die. But Furio shows up and he's like, "Hey!" And then they go to Dune Land, and then Elphaba's the ruler of Oz because the wizard leaves, and then the wizard. I forgot of something.
Yeah,
Elphaba was actually the wizard's son. The very important plot twist. This is actually one battle after another, and Jeff Goldblum is actually Sergeant Lockjaw the whole time. So that's good.
Because
that's
Glinda
good to know.
showed him the green potion that they drank while having sex with Elphaba's mom that made her green.
Yeah, we knew
exactly.
That. We knew this. Did you guys not know that the Wizard of Oz was the dad?
No.
Oh, I knew that.
How does
why
this
would
guy
I
know
why
more
would I know
about
that?
musical
That's
theater?
so dumb.
It was in the play, bro. Did you guys not watch the play?
No, we said this.
Oh, well, that's your guys' issue.
Anyway, and then the movie's over and they're in the desert and then that's it. The problem with this movie is like it's really boring, and then it tries to shoehorn in everything at the end, trying to put all the pieces together to make them fit, but they don't fit.
Yeah.
And then none of the songs are good either. I don't think there was, besides the Jeff Goldblum song, which I thought was just fun because it's Jeff Goldblum, none of the other songs really were good in my eyes.
Yeah, I don't really remember any of them. I do think I liked the ending song. No. I guess me and Aiden have a similar viewpoints about 2 ending songs in this segment.
Yeah. So that's Wicked for Green. We'll move on from that. You honestly just watch Wicked Part 1 and then just watch Wizard of Oz. You're gonna be more.
I feel like that would be a really good transition.
Yeah, you're just gonna be better off that way. I know that they're not the same continuity, but like you're gonna be better off if you just do that. Elphaba's gonna be out of character, but doesn't matter because she was out of character in the movie anyways. Everyone was out of character in this movie. Everyone hates each other, even though they're all friends. You never thought that Bach would turn to Furio and be like,
yo, you kind of look.
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, you never thought Alphabet.
I know that guy.
That still happens.
Everyone becomes Hitler.
Also,
like literally everyone is Hitler except
I'm
for
literally
Furio.
remembering. So the lion remembers Elphaba very clearly for kidnapping him. You don't think he recognized fucking Furio, who was also there kidnapping him?
That's a very good point, Beck Lions. Interesting. It's almost as if this movie wasn't very good.
It's almost as if this is a movie and you have to suspend your disbelief.
There's a difference between suspending disbelief and there being fucking more plot holes than the Swiss
and it sucking ass.
But next segment, the one that kind of started this whole thing this whole segment that we will end this week. We'll bring it back for some stuff. We'll bring it back for some other stuff.
We'll bring it back for when things are important. Yeah.
So Hazbin
the Kill
Hotel
arc,
season 2,
the titular has ended.
And dusted.
Good. Thank
2
God.
more seasons are planned. So the segment will return.
So here's the good news, though, is that these episodes were actually okay.
I do think
compared to everything else, these were okay.
It is legitimately crazy.
Again, not really any.
How they have like a meh to bad season, and then somehow they pull it all together in the finale. It's like it's crazy.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem. It's because all the characters suck and are stupid and are dumb, and none of them are good except for the main villain. So when we see a lot of him, it's good. So we see Vox go crazy.
He is literally beaten by Rage Bait.
Yeah. He is, and then he's beaten by Rage Bait Alistair because he's the main character, actually.
Yes.
I think
he's the man.
Alistair's the main character.
He does
Hazbin
do
Hotel,
like most of the final battle fighting.
Yeah, I mean he's still a fraud. He still like almost loses that too.
Yeah.
So that happens, and then the big cannon almost blows up, but they sing "We Are Charlie Kirk."
They do,
and then they bring, and they say, and Charlie looks to her side and sees the pedophile rapist, and then looks to her other side and sees actually a Hitler as they're lifting the cannon into the air with their Care Bear powers.
Yeah.
Hitler's there.
So, but Aiden, you forgot about the time they randomly interrupt the final song to give a character who's had like 4 lines in the entire show, give him his own like minute and a half song where he discovers guys, turns out being sexist, that wins the battle.
It's bad. Oh, never.
Are you talking about Abel?
Yeah.
I mean, that's true, but I mean, Lute was being an asshole though. So like,
I'm just saying, they have so many characters that they introduced. Like I feel like we like barely saw any of Baxter, and then he was this episode for like a bunch. So it just feels like they introduced all these characters, and they're now.
I was gonna ask, wait, who's Baxter? And then I remembered who he was.
Yeah, because
so
he is one of the characters that I like. So I kind of wish they actually used him more.
That's fair, you know.
So all that happens. The hell is saved, and it's the same ending of the first season where people check into the Hazbin Hotel, and then they tease Lilith again. So it's literally the exact same ending tease as they did for season 1, but this time it's really going to happen in season 3.
But Beck, the difference is here is that Vox is actually still alive. He's still there.
He is just a TV head, and through interviews, they have confirmed he will still be in season 3, like as a major character.
They have to have him be. He's the only good. He's like one of the only characters in the show.
Yeah. So yeah, season 3 is coming. Hopefully, they learn from their mistakes, but from history, they do not seem to be learning from their mistakes.
They don't have that. They don't have history, I think. I think they just do shit.
They need to learn to not introduce a bunch of plot lines, have them not progress at all, and then try to be like, guys, this is such a satisfying conclusion. Wow. Yeah. Can we get to good show now?
Good show.
Smiling Friends, the Smurfs episode.
The Shmaloogle episode. So Pim gets kidnapped by a bald wizard, and Charlie makes the Shmoogles strong. So they fight the wizard, but they don't because he's bald, and then they smile. Good.
They cure male pattern baldness. It's great.
Good episode. I don't think there was any. This is like one of the episodes this season that didn't actually make me laugh like at all. Every other episode has made me laugh like quite a bit and like out loud, not like just like a nose snort. This one, I don't think I laughed once. Like it wasn't very fun. It was entertaining, but just not funny.
There was one part that I really liked when they like did like the training scenes and they did like the rotoscoped all the Smurfs with like the 6-pack abs.
I thought that's funny for like. It's funny for like 1 second, and then it's like, oh, okay, we're just doing this for like a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Pretty okay. Pretty good episode, I think.
I do think this also just nails the naturalistic dialogue that Smiling Friend is known for. It was giving the vibe of Ghost to Brazil the same way. It kind of just like not a lot's happening, but they're talking like about stuff.
Yeah. Okay, and then Beck, do you have anything else before?
I do not. Do you want to finish with your goat?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I don't want to be that. I don't want to say it, but like, this season isn't goat status, to be honest.
Damn, this guy hates Fionna Cake.
That's not what I said. I'm just saying that like we're on episode 5 and still nothing's happening.
So it's having the Hazbin Hotel problem.
Yeah. Okay. What actually happens in this episode? We see Marshall Lee backstory. Apparently, he was maybe close to Simone, who's the ice cream lady, who's supposed to be like Simon. What happens is, so Huntress Wizard and Cake go to the oldest tree in town because maybe it's the heart of the forest, but it's actually the tree house, but it's like a little baby tree. So that's like cool.
From Adventure Time?
Yeah, it's like the tree house. So they go in the tree, and then Cake is in Huntress Wizard's hand, and they go through the tree, and it goes back in time, and so they see little moments in Marshall Lee's history around the tree, and it really doesn't amount to much at all, except we do see that Fionna is working for Mrs. Abadir, and at some point in the future. Gary takes Marshall to go meet his parents, so they do that for a little bit, and then Fionna does not do anything. I don't think she does anything, actually.
So the main character just does
what
nothing?
It is she talks to DJ Flame, and he's like, "Hey, you should use whatever resources you have available to make your dreams come true." And she's like, "All right, cool." And then goes to Mrs. Abadir with a proposition. So that's all that Fionna does this episode. This it's so boring. Like, I just want something to happen, low-key. Like, nothing's happening. We have like at the end of the last episode, they like get the like magic wishing eye amulet that takes a part of your soul, and they to like try to help Finn, but it like just becomes a gag. It's just like just a gag. Like, they just keep cutting back to do a funny gag about how Finn is dying and they can't do anything about it. And it's just like, I want something to happen. There's 4 episodes left, and I have literally no idea where we're going. I don't know. Like, I like the show a lot still. It's just like this. It's kind of frustrating how little nothing is happening. Like, if you were to binge this season, it'd probably be okay. But the fact that it's weekly episode releases is really what's bringing it down, I think.
And I feel like Adventure Time has an opposite problem where it's kind of meant to be watched week by week, and then binging it can be a bit of a problem. At least that's my experience with it.
Maybe. I don't know.
I
mean, I still like the season, just like hard to go through.
Hopefully
I really
they
need.
lock in.
Apparently, next episode, this is the one where Fionna and Finn meet, but it's probably just gonna be a dream sequence. Oh yeah, speaking of dream sequence, there was a dream sequence like 3 episodes ago where Big Destiny dies, which is like, that's pretty important, and then they haven't done anything with that. So maybe they're going to connect it to that, but I don't want Finn Fionna to meet in a dream. I want them to meet in real life. Please do something cool.
Did they not meet in season 1?
No, Farm World. She meets Farm World Finn, but not our Finn. There's a difference.
Yeah, I know the difference. I feel like that's like kind of an important thing to tackle. Like the 2 main characters actually meeting.
Yeah, we haven't done it yet. No, we have not done it. And Huntress Wizard continues to be not very impressive in my eyes. I mean, again, as a character, I like her, but like season 1 worked so well because Simon is like such an integral part of the original Adventure Time lore and everything, and he's not in it very much because he's Ice King for the most part. So then having the show tackle, hey, what's happened with Simon after being Ice King, that's really cool and really interesting. But like, Huntress Wizard is just like, I gotta help Finn. I don't know. just annoying. It's just annoying.
Okay,
Yeah.
Well, I think we will call it here. And we will see you next time for 150.
I guess so.
Get excited.
Maybe. We'll find out. Who's to say? Or
Something
not.
might happen.
Fine
Something
if
also
you are.
might not happen. Ooh.
Something
That's
wicked
true.
this way comes.
Ooh, that's like a whole thing.
Bye.